What's up, you guys? This is Rob from The Gay Guy Plays, and today on The Daily Grind, we're going to be taking a look at all of the new weapons and the new armor that have come in the Arca bundle. So before we jump in, I do want to apologize for the lack of content for the last few days, but I'm going to be honest with you, my brain hasn't all been quite there. As you guys know, Hurricane Irma is approaching Florida, and we've got a lot of great content creators out there. Life of Rio, MCIK, Daniel the Demon, and I'm sure there are some people that I missed. And then up from there is Georgia, where Mogamu is located, and as you can probably tell, I'm a little bit worried and a little bit flustered about that whole situation, and I feel a little bit powerless because of the fact that there's really nothing that I can do from any standpoint other than put out some good juju and put out some prayers. So I hope that you guys will join me in that, spread the love to the rest of their communities, whether it be on YouTube, on Twitter, or in their Twitch chat. Please give them some love, and anybody else who's out there in Florida as well, or in any of the affected areas. I'm a little bit shook, and it's a little bit hard for me to talk about it. It's definitely been weighing on my mind as of late, but give them love. Give them all of the love in the world, and let's work on some weapons that we can kind of bash out some of our frustrations with. Alright, so we're going to keep this super casual. Let's take a look at the Arca Triton. That one's actually available in the market, so you can pick up its blueprints there and start your builds initially. But the Scisco and the Plasmor are both located in the Corpus slab of your clan dojo, so you can kind of take a look at all of their pricings there real fast. The bundle is available for $5.50 if you just wanted to skip all of that hullabaloo, but if you plan on building everything else and just want the Arca armor collection, that one is only 100 plat, so you can pick that up right there from the market and build everything else so that you don't have to spend all your hard-earned little platinum bits. Alright, so I haven't actually gotten to take a close look at any of the statistics quite yet, so you'll get to experience it with me as we go. But straight out of the gate, I'm confused as fuck, because the Arca Plasmor has a 22% critical chance, a 1.6 times critical multiplier, and a 28.0 status chance. It's all very, very, very specific, which is making me feel a little bit weird. It also says it staggers targets with blasts from the Corpus Engineer Plasma Shotgun, but surviving enemies are consumed with radiation. So, you know, I'm thinking in my head that potentially it's going to work kind of like the Cycron, where no matter what, you're always going to apply the status, but any other statuses that come in it are going to work. But as you can see, we've got a 28% status chance, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look to see if we can actually get this to 100% status chance, because that's really, you know, that's really where you want to sit with a lot of these shotguns to see if we can, you know, pull off some crazy tricks with it or whatnot. But it is corrosive, it's not corrosive, it is radiation, so we could potentially do a radiation corrosive, which will work well on the armor. 95.2? No! What is happening? Why you bring me so close and take it so far away? Wait, hold on. There's another status mod somewhere here. Where are you? Oh god, is it all over? Where is it? Shotgun Savvy, can you bring me to 100%? Okay, with Shotgun Savvy, not that I'm saying it's good, but what I'm thinking in my head is maybe you could get a good Riven for this that's got the, you know, some status chance on it to kind of push it all the way across. But of course, let's go ahead and take a look at what things look like with a little bit of crit in there too, because it does have a 22% crit chance, which a part of me is like, okay, is that gonna help? 1.5 times critical multiplier. It's just so weird though. It's just so weird. So we've got a 3.4 times multiplier. They're getting very oddly specific as to the way that they want to balance this. So it's really strange to me. So 41.8% critical chance. We'll see how that actually plays out. The accuracy does not seem terrible. It does not seem great as well. Now this one is the Scisco. It's a scope pistol that analyzes strikes, learning how to damage its targets most effectively, achieve maximum output after 5 successive hits. This is supposed to be the sniper one. It's got really weird stats on this too. 18% critical chance and 26% status, puncture and slash. Let's see what we can kind of get that critical chance to, because right now it's looking a little odd, you know what I mean? I'm kind of looking at this like 51%. Okay, that feels kind of snipery. Prime target cracker, let's toss that in. Again, it's a 1.6 times multiplier. I'm getting a weird feeling that DE's got a strange theme going along with this. and it's kind of hurting my soul. So 51.7% and 3.4 times multiplier. Let's take a look and see what we can do with status on this, you know, just in case we want to kind of push some status into the builds. We're just experimenting a little bit right now to see, and then we'll jump into a mission real quick to see exactly how this plays, because I'm a little bit shook by these numbers right now. I'm kind of like, what's happening? What is happening with all these? 88% chance to crit with full-on status. I'm not sure exactly how that'll go. It doesn't seem, they don't seem to have included any fact that this is going to have an increase to its stats as it goes, just kind of like damage output. So that's what's going on with the Scisco. Now the Arca Titron is really interesting because each successive kill from this massive electron hammer builds an electron charge that is unleashed with slam attacks. So slam is jumping attacks, which I'm very fond of when it comes to like hammers and stuff like that. That attack speed though is 0.733. Oh, that hurts. Critical chance is 24, which is fine. Let's see, the critical multiplier is 2.0. Alright, we might be able to pull off a build with this. Status is 38%. Okay, so this feels like we could do something with this. It's also got impact and slash. Interesting enough, the Arca Scisco also has puncture and slash. They're playing around with some things here that I'm very, very curious about. So let's go ahead and see how this all plays out in an actual mission. I'm going to toss some mods on and we'll see what happens. Oh, what is that? Alright, so we are taking a look at this and is this a spirit? What is it shooting? It is shooting a ghost. Literally, what the fuck is this? I don't quite understand. I mean, it's killing everything. But it's it's like it's literally shooting a spirit. I mean, it's dope. Look at that. I mean, I mean, we haven't even leveled it and it's dealing some nice damage. I mean, I do have some crit mods in here. You know, this is just like bare bones. This is just like the bare bones build, and it does seem to be applying a status on every single shot that I put it on. So whether it's oh my god, this is just a really like the fucking, what is this called? The effects on this weapon is just beautiful. Like, but it literally does seem to be spitting out this ghost. It doesn't seem to have a pellet. It just exhumes this spirit. Like, wait, how does multi-shot work with this thing? Oh, that's a nice reload animation. What? I'm into it. I'm into it. I'm into it. I'm into it. We'll go ahead and take a look at the pistol in a hot second, but it does feel like it does the kind of like effect like I was talking about with the Scisco, where the Scisco actually, you know, will always apply, its default will always apply radiation, right? Its default will always apply radiation, however, it's kind of like whenever the status chance actually kicks into effect, it kicks in. Oh, okay. It's like the Lanka. Okay. Alright. Alright. I'm liking this. I thought that it would have like some sort of like a weird effect because it was like, ooh, you know, it maxes. Let's see. Okay, so we get positive critical chance. Oh, we get the zoom in. All right, all right. We get the critical chance and the critical multiplier. Okay, so we have the zoom in effect right here. So the closer we zoom in, we get 4 times damage. I don't know what we're getting. We're getting 4 times something. But I'm liking the little setup that they have over there. That's pretty cool. Like I like the signage that they have. Is it me or does it have innate punch through? Hold on. Let's do some testings. Let's do some testings. See if we can line. Nope, just one. It doesn't seem to have innate punch through. At least from now. Don't worry, you guys. And if you guys are wondering like exactly, okay, what's gonna happen later on, I will actually do full on analysis of these weapons. Don't worry, this is just our very first look at this moment, so pay no attention to any of the commentary here. This is just you getting to see the actual gameplay of how these weapons look and how these weapons work. I'll be doing snapshots very soon for these things. Target analysis, look at that. Target analysis, you saw that buff in the top corner? We'll figure out what that is, and let's go ahead and take a look at the hammer real quick. Ooh, this looks good. So I actually went with Prime Fury on this. I know that a lot of people love themselves Slam Capacitor. They're getting into the names of these things. Look at that. Slam Capacitor. It's a ×3 Oh, that looked nice. So I have a slam capacitor times 4. I wonder what the max to this is. Slam capacitor times 6 times 10. All right, are we times 10 seems to be the max, right? Times 10 seems to be the max. Okay, let's see how effective that is. It's pretty effective. It's pretty effective. The range on it doesn't seem to be that big. I wonder if it's affected by range mods. We'll find out. We'll find out in these snapshots. But this is it's interesting, and it feels nice with the Prime Fury mod in there. It'll probably feel a little bit better if I put Berserker on, but you have such a slow startup that it's never gonna be. Okay, wait, I need something to slam. Okay, not too bad. I'm wondering if we get full on, if we get our full on multipliers and everything. If we get full on multipliers on everything and get all of the crit multipliers and whatnot on this, if we can actually like do some orange crit ground slams, now that would be pretty freaking dope. I would be into that for sure. Let's take a look at the pistol one more time, because this one seems to be very interesting to me. I'm really curious as to exactly what all of the multipliers are. I wish DE had been a little more specific on these things. But you can see, oh, we're getting a boost of status chance too. Look at that. With every hit. 8%, 12% status chance. Okay. We're getting, I'm assuming that's probably additive, right? That's additive. Yep, we're getting 16, 20. All right. 20% boost. And I wonder what these 2 times and 4 times, is that the damage? Like, what are you talking about? Ooh, and it's got a little timer as to let you know how much longer that the buff's duration is going to be held out. Interesting. It's got a pretty fast fire rate to it too, so it feels kind of nice to use. I'm sure that once we max out like damage and everything on it, it'll perform a little bit better. I'm trying to see if it's got any kind of punch through whatsoever, but I wonder, where can I try this out to see if there's any punch through automatically done with this? We'll take a look. Maybe past these blunts. Hold on. No, it doesn't seem to have any innate punch through. Doesn't seem to have any innate punch through. I mean, that would have been cool, because it definitely looks very like, it definitely looks like a weapon that could have innate punch through on it, but unfortunately doesn't. If that changes, I will let you know. I will let you know in the oh, there's even like little triangular dots up top to let you know how far you are away from getting the max stacks on this thing. Right? See those? Wow. Okay, perfect. However, let's give this a little bit of love before we go completely. The fucking ghost shotgun. Like, what even is that? What even is going on with this ghost shotgun? I'm kind of in love. That effect is potentially one of the best energy effects for weapon. Look at it. Ugh. And it's dealing some decent damage to boot. It's dealing some decent damage to boot. However, I would much prefer a radiation proc to an impact proc, please. I will more happily take that than any of the things that we have here. Regardless, at least you get to see it in you get to see it live going on right now, and that's kind of like how this breaks down. Let's go ahead and take a look at what the armor looks like. Okay, so I'm gonna be completely honest here, no holds barred, you know, that's how we do it. DE almost had me on this. They almost fucking got me on this, because this armor looks dope as fuck. It looks really fucking sick. However, the only thing that gets me is the metallics on it are matted metals. So if you don't know, there's different kinds of metals that, you know, are out there. They're not always bright and shiny and super polished. And I would have just killed if those inside bits, or any of the bits, to be honest with you, were bright, shiny metallics. But right now they have like the texture of Legos, which I'm not super fond of. But the actual armor itself looks pretty fucking epic. A part of me kind of says maybe not the greatest on Volt, because he's got some pieces that like stick out and like juxtapose and whatnot. But this is dope. Some of the other sets look like they just kind of like smashed them on. This is like interesting because it actually contours around the shoulders. It's got a cool way that it kind of like affects the chest. When I was channeling with it earlier, it didn't seem to have any kind of like extra cool added effect to it. There didn't seem to be any kind of motion effect. But it's things like this that I'm like, you just polished it up just a little bit, dude, just a little bit more. Cause see, if you see, there's the metallic reflection there. On these, it's a little bit more matte, right? It's not as shiny as you would kind of expect to be. It's got little bits on the side that do have some high reflectiveness, but beyond that, the rest of it is just like, see, you get it from the side, but look, like it really doesn't shine bright like a diamond, you know what I mean? So that makes me really frustrated because it's so close. I'm like, just polish it up a little bit, and man, it would have been absolutely freaking perfect. I still really like it, and I still think that there's going to be a lot of use for it in other frames, but not necessarily, you know, it's so close that it makes me a little bit frustrated. Regardless, I still think it's really cool and something that's worth 100 plat. It's like 100 plat. You can pick it up in the market. Not a big deal at all. But that pretty much does it for my first look at this set. I'm going to go ahead and jump in, start, you know, getting some forma in there, start leveling things up. So keep an eye out, and I'll get you guys your full review soon, but at least now you know what's coming up. So, as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and, you know, put out some good juju for the people who need good juju right now. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!